Still Bills, what's the dizzle, man? Finally off the clock, man, on this rainy ass, gloomy day. But man, we got a politic about this Ortiz dude, man. I didn't really get to talk about his spectacular performance on Saturday, man. But first off, big ups to motherfucking to Maurice Hooker, man. I'm kicked off Facebook for the next 30 days, man. I know I'm friends with Red though on Facebook, man. Salute to Team Crawford, Bo, Mac, Red, all them niggas, man. Them was good brothers, man. But I seen him say, when you win and you get all the congratulations texts and all that, and when you don't, only the people that really support you, you know, reach out. I support y'all, man. I'm loving what y'all doing, man. Y'all solid dudes. Y'all solid dudes, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all got Maurice looking good. Y'all got Maurice Hooker most definitely looking good, man. I know, you know, the fight it did go how I seen it for the most part. I predicted the seventh round. I predicted that, and I predicted that he would, try to utilize his jab a lot more in the fight and not get caught in a shootout. And for the most part, he got caught in the shootout. That nigga, you dig? That nigga love to fight, man. I can't be mad at it, man. However, I did give him the third and the fourth round because he got on his bicycle and he started pumping that jab. Not even really pumping it, just really impeccable timing with it. Really impeccable timing with it, man. And it was like a power jab too. You see him, It wasn't like double, he wasn't doubling and tripling up on the jab or nothing like that. It was one solid jab. And you seen the results of it on Maurice's face. And, with that jab, he was able to start, hooking off, throwing check left hooks and everything off of the jab and everything, and spinning them off the jab. And it just opened him up for a lot more, combinations. He was, when you deal with a really good jab, when you get inside, a lot of times you're a little bit flustered that, damn, I just really went through the ringer in order to get in the position that I'm in. So sometimes your timing isn't as reactionary when you get in there after you done had a jab consistently pop your head off, man. And he was able to capitalize on that, man. Now, Virgil Ortiz didn't just get in there and just not, just not do nothing. He got in there, he did his thing. However, he was just, just that little bit of timing, he would get it. Mo would go to work. He was catching him on the inside flush, man, with the fucking 80-inch arm, you fucking Dawson ass nigga. But yeah, man, I most definitely gave him the third and fourth round, man. I think he really, those were really good rounds. You can even, I seen some people say they gave him the second. I didn't agree with that, but I do think I had it 2-up going into the fifth round. I know that much. And speaking of that, get Chris Mannix the fuck out of here. Get him out of here. Some people just do not need to be talking about the sport of boxing. Not everybody is going to participate. Not everybody is going to get in the ring and rumble and all that shit. Not everybody's going to hit up a gym. They just love the sport and wish that they had the mental and the mental fortitude to be able to go in there and do that, and the body mechanics to be able to go in there and do that. Some people just don't have it, so they just rather sit at home and watch the sport, and really engulf themselves in the sport like that. Which that's cool, but if you're gonna be a commentator and you're gonna be doing unofficial scorecards, you need to make sure that you are fully up on game as to what it is that you're looking at. Like on Dragon Ball Z, you dig? When the motherfuckers be fighting, your eyes have to be trained to to adjust to the speed that they're fighting at. Otherwise, you're just not gonna see them. Same with boxing. So get him the fuck out of here, man. Maurice Hooker did, warrior shit. And fuck you Texas niggas for sitting up there booing them too. God, I hate you motherfuckers, man. Like, dude. Y'all better hope Earl Spence don't. What y'all gonna do if Earl loses? Anyways, man, Virgil Ortiz, impeccable job, man. The kid is, like I said, man, him and Jerron Ennis are the future, man. Them dudes are the truth. And where is this notion? I've seen people say he can't punch unless he's planted. Where is giving y'all this notion that he has to be planted in order, he has to be landed in order to throw a shot? Because that man's jab is overtime working. He was double. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. If you about to sit here and tell me you didn't see that man doubling up with a jab and not just hitting him with both of the jabs. Both of them. Doubling up on the jab. Really good right straight. The thing is, he doesn't, when he's just naturally, man, with any power puncher, when you're some people are, you know, some people can, you know, they just, whenever they throw a shot, you're gonna feel it. Virgil Ortiz's best work comes on the inside when his feet are playing, and he can sit down on those shots and twist and give all of the proper leverage into the shot. That's when he's most dangerous, and that's why they kept saying, don't let him plant his feet. Don't let him plant his feet. And I mean, I don't know what are y'all talking about that this dude has to have, he has to be planted in order for him to get a shot off. That's a farce. Like, y'all niggas is crazy, bro. This nigga was getting in, doubling up on the jab, man. He, you know, just, he's a dog in there. He's a dog in there. That's why they were saying that. Don't let him plant his feet. But that don't mean he has to be, he can punch on the go as well. He can punch on the go. On the front foot, I haven't really seen too much back foot action from him, but you know, that ain't everybody's game. But I mean, everything I'm seeing from this kid, man, the angles, man, the defense, everything is there. The counter punching is there. It's there. Now, granted, you know, there were complaints about him taking a lot of punishment, which I don't think it was punishment. I just think it was, you know, man, when you in there with a nigga who got fucking Dawson ass arms, you're gonna get time coming in. You're gonna get time coming in. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. But the thing is, he was never hurt in that fight. You're not gonna see too many welterweights with an 80 fucking inch arm reach. That dude's arms are ridiculously long. So yes, he was gonna get time coming in. Yes, I don't know what you niggas think that you just supposed to go through a fight flawless victory style, bro. No, he got this. He stepped on this nigga in 7 rounds. It's just always something to nitpick about. It was nothing. It wasn't like Virgil Ortiz was exposed in there. He did. It was like oh man, I see something that I can possibly get over on him with. I see something in there. He doesn't have the best footwork. He doesn't have the best defense in the clinch. I don't know, man. Combinations kind of bother him. You know, he's not really quick on the count. I see none of that from Virgil Ortiz. None of that. None of that. I would like to see how he fight. You know, if he can fight backing up. But I had anything. That's the only thing that I'm like, could he? You know, I'm a little skeptical on. But anything else, no. That dude put up a brilliant performance on Saturday. He looked incredible in there. The fact that there's people who think, man, he's ready for a title. He's ready for a Terrence Crawford. The fact that people are thinking that shows you just the level of performance that he had. Now, granted, Maurice Hooker, that was his first match at welterweight. However, he's an ex-champion. He's an ex-champion. He beat an ex-champion, dog, with 17 fights. A former world champion, he beat him. Stopped him in 7. I wasn't too excited for the fight because I knew shit like this they were gonna find some way to denigrate the win, which is plausible. He couldn't do, you know, all the, you know, there's plenty of welterweights that you could have win at. There's plenty of them. Why pick a former junior welterweight? I get that. I do, and that's why I'm like, I didn't want to fight for him. So I'm like, it's just they're gonna find a way to knock it. They're gonna find a way to knock it. It's understandable. It really is. But as far as how he looked in there, the kid looked incredible. He didn't look no different fighting other established welterweights. Look at how we did Samuel Vargas in the fight before this. He technically did Samuel Vargas worse. I don't remember Samuel Vargas winning a round. And he's an established welterweight. Niggas can say what the fuck they want to say. Maurice Hooker won those 2 rounds. He won the 3rd and the 4th round. I'll argue that with anybody. He won the 3rd and the 4th. Now, do I personally think that he's ready for Bud? No, I don't. Because, you know, Maurice Hooker, as much trouble as he was having with his jab, I don't think his jab is as, I don't think it's as many it isn't as many variations with his jab as it is with the Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is stabbed to the body with the jab. He can double and triple up on the jab, on the go. On the go, lefty, righty. He's using lateral movement with the jab. That's very hard to deal with. And it's no punch that he doesn't have. There's no punch that he doesn't have. You dig? He can pivot with you as well. So I think you know, that was the only thing that I saw that was giving in that particular fight that was giving Virgil a headache, was Maurice Hooker's jab. And I think when you talk about a fighter like the caliber of Bud, his jab he has an impeccable jab, a really, really good jab. And it's an active jab. And he can use that jab from mid and long distance on longer fighters, taller fighters. For him to out jab Victor Posto, and you know, Victor Posto isn't a power puncher like that. You know, he's gonna work the 1-2 the whole entire fight. He's gonna work the 1-2 the whole entire fight. And for him to dominate him in the fashion that he dominated him in, man. And look at how we did fucking Jose Benavidez. You know, Jose Benavidez is another one. You know, he was just getting it. He was sneaking a jab in there at will, man. And it just his, you know, his footwork. It's just, the dude is just on another level, man. So no, I don't think that he's able to. I personally don't think he's ready for Bud. But I'm not mad at the fight either. I think if Bud said, you know what, I'm gonna take this fight next, I think if he was to beat Virgil Ortiz, he should get full credit for that win. You dig? The kid is 17-0 with 17 knockouts, bro. And the kid is the future. If if Bud was to fight Jaron Ennis, if Jaron Ennis was able to get past Sergey Lipinets next month, and Bud fights him, he should get credit for that win. Those are legitimate wins. Those are legitimate wins. Now I gotta go pick this boy up first. Yeah, I gotta pick him first. Nah, fuck that. Go get my daughter. Nah, I gotta go get my son. Fuck. About to pass my daughter's daycare on the way to go pick up my son. But yeah, man, I think I'm not mad at the fight, like I was saying, but I do think he's like, you know, I don't think he's ready for the fight. And like I said, I like how he was like, I don't care that if I'm ready for the fight or not. I want the fight. What that says to me is, let me go in there and take my loss early, and let's really start to highlight my flaws so they can be worked on. So by the time I'm in my mid and late 20s, I'm already looking like I'm in my prime. I'm already beating the shit out of everybody. The mistakes I was making in my early 20s, I'm finding them quicker. So we can start going, you know, I know what it is that I need to work on. I know what deficiencies that I need to iron out. So I ain't gotta wait until I'm 40 fights in to start really getting caliber, you know, high caliber fights. I respect that. I think that's dope. I think that's dope, man. So kudos to that kid, man. Kudos to that kid. Robert Garcia has that kid looking really, really sharp. And he's like, I'm learning Spanish. I think that's dope. Ryan, you need to get on that shit. There should be no reason why your daddy should be translating with Eddie Reynoso. You in a fucking gym full of Mexicans. And a Cuban. An Afro-Cuban. There's no reason. Niggas looking like that. Like, how he speaking Spanish and you not? I never forget this. One of the youngest from my gym who used to come to my gym, he's Afro-Cuban, and his dad is straight. I don't think his dad speaks much English. And my coach is Mexican. Like, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, it's all Mexicans and Central Americans. So you'll see Mexicans primarily, and then you'll see Salvadorians, you know, in the second, and then you'll see Guatemalans in the third. You know, as far as the nationalities are concerned. But my Cubano brother came up in there and got the coach, and all the you seen all the Mexicans like looking like, who the fuck? What? They on their head is Cubano. I was cracking up, man. But yeah, it should be no reason for that, Ryan. So you need to do what Virgil Ortiz is doing. Ain't nothing wrong with learning Spanish. I'm going back to school to learn that shit my goddamn self. Shit. But yeah, man, I'm not mad at the fight. I'm not mad if Bud said, yo, all right, man, bring on Virgil, man. Fuck it. Bring on Virgil. Even I don't think he should do it. I think he should really be focusing on Sean Porter. But I'm not mad if he does. Because I think that's a very good fight. I think that's a very good fight. That's a damn good fight to have. I think I was watching the Boxing Bro, or listening to the Boxing Bros while I was at work, their podcast, and they said, you know, they hit on some really valid points. They said he's better than Kell Brook, the Kell Brook that Terrence Crawford got his last match in November. I can agree with that. They said he's better than Cain Velasquez. I agree with that. I do. I can most definitely agree with that. I can most definitely agree with that. I think he's better than Benavidez. I do. I do. So I'm not mad at him. I wouldn't be mad at him if he went and he said, yo, all right, Ortiz, you next. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. I don't think he's ready though. I don't think he's ready. I don't think you should be trying to, you know. Danny Garcia is someone he should be looking to fight next. Someone like Danny Garcia. Let Danny Garcia get a fight in and hop in there with Virgil Ortiz. Danny Garcia does not need to be going up to 154. He don't. He get that fight with Virgil Ortiz though. That's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. And if Virgil Ortiz was to be able to get past a Danny Garcia, it is no question that he's ready for championship caliber competition. So I would like that. I think that's a really good fight. I think that would be a real good fight. But I'm not mad at him going if Bud was to go in that direction. I think that's a good fight. I just don't think he's ready for Bud. Because the mistake, you know, I don't want to say that one mistake that he made with Maurice Hooker. Not a mistake. I don't want to say he didn't. I don't think he made any mistakes. I would say that one iron, or that one wrinkle in his game, Bud will be able to capitalize on that, and it would, you know, it would be bad. It would be bad. I'm not saying stoppage, but it'd be a wide, unanimous decision in my personal opinion. But I'm not mad at the fight. There's some shit that he does in there that can give Bud trouble. I know, you know, Bud is another nigga who likes to brawl. Bud is another nigga who loves to brawl, get in the clinch and just bang. And, you know, when he gets hit, he wants to respond. Virgil Ortiz, it's relentless pressure, man, and he gets in a lot more gracefully than any other fighter that he's fought. He gets in a lot more gracefully. He has that kid's footwork is yikes, man. So I think he'd be able to get in, you know what I'm saying, and spin Bud a little bit and give him a little bit of problems. But Bud just adjusts too well. He adjusts entirely too well. So I think after about mid-fight, it's like, all right, bro, like this is getting bad now. But I ain't mad at the fight. I ain't mad at the fight at all. So all in all, man, salute to Virgil Ortiz. The kid is ready for championship competition. I'm high up on the kid. Him and Jerron, I'm extremely high up on, man. Yeah, so y'all know how I feel about that. Salute to Maurice Hooker. You dig? I mean, that's another thing, man. Like, was that, what did his elbow or his hand come out of this? Did it get dislocated because how he threw the punch and how it landed? Or was the shots that he was hitting him with in his arms, was that the catalyst of that? Because he was eating his arms took a lot of punishment throughout that fight. A lot. So I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. It could be either or, man. It could be either or, but you dig. Regardless, I don't think he should have. It was some sucker shit that his own hometown booed him, because he's not striking me as no dude who's just about to tap out just for the sake of tapping out. And as I'm pulling up, there's some nigga in front of me with a fucking State of Texas emblem on his truck. Y'all pissing me off, man. Fuck y'all. Shit. Nah, I love Texas. But nah, man. salute to Maurice Hooker. You showed a lot of heart in there, dude. You did. You really did. I personally don't think you tapped out. You don't strike me as no sucker. You went in there. You came to work. You came to clock in. You came to get a victory. You came to prove yourself in that division. And I think it's some good fights for you in that division. I think you can compete up there at 47. You dig? So don't let them motherfuckers don't let them discourage you, man. You valiant effort, and the way to I didn't see you at all. I don't remember you trying to establish a jab at all when you fought Jose Ramirez. I think it's going to take a few more fights out of you for you to be like, for you to really discipline yourself to be like, all right, I'm staying on the outside. I think it's going to take a few more fights for you to discipline, to get disciplined like that. I see you was trying. I seen you was trying to go against your identity as your fighting identity and establish the jab. You was able to do it like very effectively for the third and the fourth round. But I just, some people just like the dog fight. So I see growth there. I most definitely see the growth there. So keep growing, big homie. Keep on growing. Keep on growing. Just fuck them niggas who was booing you, man. So like and subscribe. Comment up under the video. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if I'm burnt out, if I'm on to something, man. Peace.